messing with you at all, girl, your ass too small. Cop the hot shit, write it off while you bite it off and try to fight it off. The fact that you whack and your light is off. Bite the dust, you like the fuss, look right at us. I know you like the cuss, who can you trust to bring the rush? Come on, keep it moving. Hey, yeah, I like this, what you doing?
Rockin' to the beat.
Hey, yo, all in together now. Come on, let's keep it moving. Oh, the way me and my crew be doing it. Have a ball, I'm not mad at y'all with the alcohol. I ain't messing with you at all, girl, your ass too small. Cop the hot shit, write it off while you bite it off and try to fight it off. The fact that you whack and your light is off. Bite the dust, you like the fuss, look right at us. I know you like the cuss, who can you trust to bring the rush? Come on, keep it moving. Hey, yeah, I like this, what you doing?
Rockin' to the beat.
Hey, yo, all in together now. Come on, let's keep it moving. Oh.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Force podcast. I'm your host, Fermi Jackson Jr. I'm broadcasting once again here in the DFW, the Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. Everybody wants to know what that means. This is our Saturday morning edition. I hope everybody having a great day. a very great productive morning, of course. Give a big shout out to everybody who's been supporting us since day one. I'm very excited and very honored and very humbled to have many followers, of course, as we continue growing this platform day by day, year by year, month by month. This is our weekly show that we air every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. I'm very excited to have my guest on this morning. She has a very impressive resume. She was born in Louisiana. She was raised in Texas. From singer to songwriter, entrepreneur. I'm just throwing out some things just to name it. She has opened up for Kirk Franklin before and many other great artists as well. She's done things with Hulu, Netflix, just to name a few things. So I want to welcome my guest this morning, Miss Jada Jay. Welcome to Walking This Way's Impact Voice Podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
And I thank you because I know I had put out a post about having people come on the show. You was one of the extraordinary ones I said who who respond. We set it up, made it happen. Matter of fact, you're kicking off the month of December, which is already December the 2nd, 2023. November flew by so fast. I remember my supervisor said the other day, he said it felt like November's only here for 2 weeks. We shot by November. So Jada Jay, how you doing? How was your Thanksgiving? What things you got going on in the making? I know that the work don't stop, the grind don't stop. Even though we have holidays coming up, everybody put things on hold. But we got those who's about grind, who about the business. So how was your Thanksgiving with family and friends?
Oh my gosh, I had such a great Thanksgiving because I got to see all my family and friends who lived in Louisiana. I, currently reside in Texas, but I think it's super important to always touch base with home. And I love my Louisiana fam. Like, I love them to pieces. I had some good food. We went to the French Quarter. We had some good time on Bourbon Street and went to a lounge where they was playing all types of 90s jams. And if you know me, you already know I'm a sucker for 80s and 90s music. Like, a lot of the music that they have out today, I'm like, but the 90s and the 80s, just yes. So I was super excited to be in that lounge and get some good food, really. I was super excited about that. I had me some hot sausage po' boys, and family is very important to me. So I just enjoy being around my support system because my family always has my back and is my backbone. So it was nice getting to be with them and pray with them.
And that's what's up right there. And also we got to come in the comment section. Big shout out to Miss Sandra Sweet. She's a native here in the DFW. She said, "I love Jada J. Please ask her if she's still interested in playing the role of my daughter, Jada, in my upcoming stage play When Men Love Bitches 2024. It inbox me after the show. Give her my cell number to call me." So that is from Miss Sandra Sweet in the comment section about being an upcoming player. I remember Miss Sandra mentioned that she has an upcoming stage play coming up, and I know I will be having on her geared toward that time. So that was a question for you, Jada, about the upcoming stage play.
Well, depending on what time it is, like the time frame everything is, because I am cast in a few upcoming projects and a few upcoming films right now. And everything that I committed to prior or was interested in doing a few months ago kind of got thrown off a little bit when I went on tour with Nickelodeon. So I'm trying to get my bearings together and lay everything out as much as possible. So we can definitely talk about, dates and see if it doesn't conflict with anything, because the tour just kind of threw off my whole schedule and I had to start back off at square one.
Oh man, like I said, that was up right there. It's all about working, organized, having structure. Also, if you're watching us right now on the Walking This Way's Impact Force podcast, you see the picture of me and my co-host Fiddy Sapphire. Go ahead, send stars our way. Stars help us earn money to make more content. So you all about supporting the podcast, supporting the brand. It's your opportunity to do so. So go ahead. If you're on our Walking This Way page, you see the link right there. Go ahead, give us those stars, and we'll make more content for the listening audience, for the viewers. Most important thing that we want to do is make sure we give everybody their time worth, their money's worth on great information. Like I said, you have a very, very impressive resume. So take us in the beginning on how you became this extraordinary, iconic woman you are today.
All right, everybody better grab some popcorn because this is a story. Okay, so I started off in Louisiana, and I kind of did like, like electives in school, like choir and like little things like that here and there. And I was about 7 years old, and I was watching American Idol, and I saw this woman singing. I don't know if she was singing like a country song or like a country rock song. It was very edgy, and I loved listening to it. And I just remember watching her and being like, I can do that. And crazy little Jada was like, I can do that better. And so that night I was like, I am going to take a pen, a notebook, and I'm going to write my first song. And I did. And the song was, ooh, this is not good. But, well, me and my friends still laugh about it to this day because I taught it to all my friends and had them running around the garage as a kid performing my songs, and I had all my stuffed animals set up. So I've always been a kid that always wanted to be in the spotlight. And then from there, after 7, I would spend my summers in Memphis, Tennessee. And in Memphis, I was a part of the summer camp where they had different programs. So I was a part of like a jazz dance team, a praise team. I was a part of like a choir, a gospel choir. And I also went home, and me and my sisters would write out an entire program where we would perform. And I still have all the clips on that. So that's, it's definitely something I'm going to use in a documentary one day. And I would have me and my sisters, we would pick out outfits. We would lay out all the fits. We would come up with every single song that we wanted to perform. We had solo acts, duet acts, multiple group acts, all different types of things. And we would lay this out and do this every single summer and call it the singing program. And we would perform it for our families. So after doing that for a while, that stopped probably around like age 10. And I auditioned for a fine arts school called Grand Prairie Fine Arts Academy. Little do people know I was a part of that school. I was a part of like the first group of kids who ever went to that school. Now the school is just like really big, but I was like a part of the OG students who went there. Literally before the whole school had its own place. It was half fine arts school and half like a regular school with Reagan Middle School. So I was a part of that half program and then migrated with them to their own school and everything. So I really started off with that program. And I auditioned to sing there because I had done choir over the years. And I was like, I really want to go to a school that's fine arts focused. After that, I saw my first theatrical play, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, I want to be a part of this. So I auditioned for my first musical and immediately got cast, and I loved my role. I fell in love with it. And then I found out I had to move. So I was very sad that I found out I had to leave Grand Prairie Fine Arts Academy. And I was like, no school is going to be better than this school. Like I was so upset. I was like, any school after this is going to be a downgrade. I was one of those kids. So I went to a school in Mansfield and transferred over. And it was just not it. I'm not gonna lie, can't lie. I did not enjoy it. I came like within the last few months of school, so I was like kind of the weird kid. But I came in that choir room and took it by storm. Everybody was like, "This girl thinks she's better than us," and I was like, "I can't sing better than you guys. I'm first in state. I'm first in this." And they were probably like, "This girl has lost all her marbles because she's coming in here." Back then, I had a little problem with being a little humble back then, but you know. The Lord says he who exalts himself will be humble. So I had to get humbled a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I knew that my talent, that was like my backbone, because a lot of people weren't a big fan of me because I was just like the new girl who came in the middle of the school year. I knew I had my talent. So I kind of just really leaned on that and was like, okay, you guys may not like me, but you can't out sing me. So I kind of always carried that with me and had that confidence in performing and just use that as like my comfort area. So then there was a school talent show, and I went up there and I sung, and everybody who was mean to me was trying to be my best friend after that. And I was like, no, because remember how you treated me? So, but everybody knew it was like, dang, that girl can sing. I sung a song from Victorious, and I just thought I was the stuff performing. And I mean, everybody respected me and was like, this girl can sing. Like, this is so crazy. The entire school was there. And everybody was trying to, like, oh, can I sing with you? How did you do that? Like, wow, you're really talented. The choir kids knew, but the school didn't know at that point. So people, the way they treated me changed after that point. People were just like, after that, just always would come up to me and would just be like, sing something for me or all that. So I felt like I started to kind of belong a little bit more because of my talents, and helped me to make more friends. And so then go to high school. Woo! So I saw that there was, we had to take a fine arts credit. And I was like, well, I wanna do like theater, try something new, because I did that, theatrical production in middle school. But they told me that they would put me in theater 1. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And they were like, well, if you want to go to a higher level class, then you're going to have to audition. And I was like, oh, that ain't no problem. Where are the auditions? So I went to the auditions, but little did I know I was also auditioning not only for the advanced class, but I was also auditioning for the musical. Did the most basic song, part of that world, and had the most minimal movement, but I just thought I was the stuff at that point. And I got cast in a musical, but I did not make the advanced level class. But at least I got cast in a show. I did that first show, Shrek the Musical, and I knew that I wanted to do theater for the rest of my life. I just knew it. So after that, I started auditioning for every single school production, build my resume as a thespian, got inducted into the Thespian Society. I was also raising my ranks up in the choir department, getting like first in so many different things, first in competitions, top rated, again, continuing at middle school, legacy. And I never took breaks off. So if I was not doing something choir related or working my way up the ranks to be an officer in choir, I was in a theatrical production. And if I wasn't cast in a theatrical production at the school, I auditioned for stuff outside of the school. So in high school, I started making my name for myself, making a name for myself in all these companies outside of school. And a lot of the people who were in, the productions at school weren't doing outside of school productions. So I was networking with a lot of different people in high school. And by my senior year, I auditioned at Thespian and got 14 scholarship offers for theater. Did not choose the school that offered me a scholarship. I chose the school that did it, ironically. Yeah, really smart. But I went to Texas State University. I auditioned for their program, immediately got rejected. They literally, I sent in a video audition and they immediately rejected me. And I was so upset because I'm like, I got 14 offers from schools in LA, New York, everywhere. And I can't even get a school in Texas, not dish in Texas. But it just mind boggled me. And then I looked and I was like, there's no way they could have watched my audition, because my audition was 5 minutes long and you rejected me within a minute of me sending in my tape. So I thought that was very sketchy. But what I didn't know back then is a lot of theater departments, especially in college, they gatekeep and they have their picks already, who they're going to let in and everything prior. Like there's already college seniors who they already are looking at and they're like, nope, you're going to be in this and I want this. And we'll maybe bring in maybe 2 to 4 freshmen. So I did not know the political game back then. And I was like, oh, well, that's fine. I'll get my teaching certification in theater so I can have something to fall back on, because I realized, I was like, you don't need a degree to be an actress. Like, you really don't. You need some sort of training, but you can get that outside of school. So I was like, at least I'll have a backup plan if I graduate and I'm a struggling artist at that point, then I can have something to fall back on. And so my parents supported me in that. Raised through the ranks in college. I was homecoming queen in my school. I was the president of my dorm. I did so many different things on campus. But ironically, never did a school production. I auditioned for one, and that was the day my voice was really, really hoarse. I'm sorry, I said, the story's long, but I auditioned for it, but I didn't have a voice, at all that day. And I was so embarrassed because I was like, I can sing. I was like, I promise I can sing. But they loved my acting. And I wasn't that confident in my acting ability. I'm gonna be honest. I just was confident in my voice, but they loved my acting so much so that the person who was over the entire acting program came to me, brought me to his office, and said, "Hey, we want you to join the program." And that's when I find out that they start picking people. And I was like, "Oh, wow." And I said, "Remember when you guys rejected me? No, I'm gonna continue my program that I'm doing now. But thank you." So it wasn't from a bitter standpoint, but it was from a, you guys should really give people a chance because you missed out on this talent. I was just as talented as I was my freshman year. And also, when you do those programs, if you join as a junior, they make you start all the way over and do the whole 4 years, which is insane. And I was not about to stay in college any longer than I needed to. So I was going to finish what I started. So throughout that, I want to say it was like it was actually, I think it was my freshman year. I don't know. Yeah, my freshman year of college, there was this show that came, and it was called Campus Live. And basically they said, you will get to open in concert for a celebrity, but if you guys win this competition, first thing what you have to do to even be a part of the competition is you have to send in a video, you have to get votes, and then the top like 3-4 people who get votes will move on and move on to the next level. You guys will compete at this big festival, and then whoever wins that day will open that same day for a celebrity. And the celebrity was Alison Wonderland at that time. Now, keep in mind, in high school, my junior year of high school, I had already opened in concert for Kirk Franklin. I was a part of like this gospel choir, and it was so nice. I auditioned for it and got inducted in. But in college, I had not done it kind of solo wise myself. So I was like, okay, I got to get votes. I was like, I got to put myself out there. So I knew that I didn't have a big social media following. So I was like, I'm going to have to do word to mouth. Like, I'm just going to have to be personal with people. So I stood outside for 6 hours straight and went up to people at the park. And I said, whatever song you want me to sing, I will sing it for you. And in exchange, if you give me your votes. And I sung out there for 6 hours straight and got over 2,000 votes. So then I found out that I got picked. I was like the second person. I was in the second person in the lead of the competition. So I moved on to actually get to perform. I performed, and then there was a tie between me and this girl. Shout out Ray Beth, wherever you are. And we had one more last minute thing. She sung Amazing Grace, I think, and I sung Beyonce Halo, and I won. And so I split some of the prize money with her still, because I was like, we still got to leave with something because we tied originally. So I did that, and I was able to open a concert for Alison Wonderland. Then after I opened a concert, everybody was just like, Jada, trying to work with me, trying to do so many different things. And I realized, I sat back and I was like, I've done theater this whole time. I really want to do film. So I auditioned for my first film production. It was just a college short film. They immediately was like, yes, we want you. Filmed the whole thing, never got my footage. I was upset. So I came home. I transferred to UTA just for 1 year. Okay. To be at home. And while I was at UTA, I bought my camera. I bought a camera during the Black Friday sale. Whoop, whoop. And I took photography courses, taught myself how to take pictures, taught my friends how to take pictures of me, taught them how to do proper headshots. I took my own headshots, and then I was like, I need a demo reel. I'm going to put myself out there. Created my own demo reel with no film experience, but did different angles and edited it together because I was really good at editing at this point. I had my own YouTube channel and everything. So I edited everything, put it together. And then I was like, I have a bunch of theatrical productions. I had over 20 theatrical productions on my resume already because, like I said, I never stopped in high school. So I had a theater resume. I was like, no film, but I have a demo reel and headshots, submitting myself to agencies, and heard back from a few. And I was like, oh, shoot, okay. I got an agent. I was like, oh, hallelujah, my prayers are answered. Get ready. I'm about to take the industry by storm. But little did I know that just because you have an agent does not mean you're going to book at all. I had an agent for a year straight and didn't book nothing. I was so upset. But I did book modeling gigs. So I got to work with like Famous Footwear and all that. And then I found out about different casting call sites and groups, and I submitted myself. I went on to work with Church's Chicken, Netflix, Hulu, all throughout these sites. And I realized I get more bookings when I self-submit myself. I make it very personable whenever I submit myself. So put myself out there like that. And ever since then, by the time I graduated college, I had had a Nickelodeon tour lined up, and I mean, it's just been smooth sailing ever since. I work as a full-time actress, and I also do influencing and YouTube and TikTok. Out of nowhere in December of last year, I went viral, like overnight, talking about had 600 followers and then got over 100K in like a day. So it was like mind-boggling, just going from being completely, like nobody knows, everybody talking about me, everybody being in my business, everybody wanting a piece. It was just crazy to me. And I was just like, I'm just one person. I didn't know how to handle it. I was just so focused on any hate comments I got. I got 3 hate comments. Out of going viral, getting 3 hate comments is a blessing, because most people get dragged every single time they post when they're really, really big. But I got 3 hate comments and acted like it was the end of the world when everybody else was showing me love. So my friends had to bring me to reality. It was like, Jada, get it together. You're having a celebrity effect right now. And she calls a celebrity effect when they say everybody could be showing them love, but then they get 1 hate comment and they're focusing on that and giving that the energy. She said, give the energy to the people who are showing you love. And so I started focusing on that and blocking out all the other noise. And ever since then, I've been doing my own thing. I started my own entertainment company. Shout out to my uncle, Elite 8 tax officials. Check him out. He helps you set up your businesses, get your taxes right, everything. So be sure to check him out if you want to start a business, or if you are a business owner, you want to make sure you're good, because he helped me. And now I have my own acting company where I offer classes. I help people get agents. I've done agency referrals. I've gotten a lot of people signed. I help people get bookings. I help people with a lot of stuff. So I even do like regular acting training because I got that teacher certification and I'm certified now. I'm officially certified to teach. So yeah, there's so many other things I could talk about, but that's a big gist, because I've been nominated for an award. I'm an award-winning actor, award-winning singer. There's so many things, but I'll have to backtrack because I don't remember, but I'm not going to do that because it's too much.
Hey, but you know what, Miss J, you're doing great things. Just listen to your story. At a young age, you're doing extraordinary things. To listen to your story, you don't have no time to waste. You don't have no time for foolishness. You don't have time for anything that's not going to profit anything, that's not going to add value to your brand, your business, your corporation. I just love it. We stay productive. We'll take a quick commercial break, and after that commercial break, we're going to jump right back into our Q&A conversation with the extraordinary Jada Jay. By the way, if you're in the comment section, put hashtag Jada Jay. Let us know where you are watching this from. We'd love to give you a big shout out as well. If you have any comments, any questions, if you're interested in becoming an actor or actress, of course, Miss Jay would love to answer your question, how you get started. Big things popping, right? So we're going to do this quick commercial break, and after that, we'll jump right back into our Q&A conversation.
Johnny Domino, set that up.
You know, every time I do something, I got to keep it real with myself. I got to put everything in the man up above. And one day, God told me, you got to stay prayed up, man. You got to stay prayed up.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up.
Talk to him, Adrian.
The trouble don't last always.
You know,
death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up.
What you always tell him?
And I see you on the other side.
I see you on the other side.
We all got a place and a time.
We got that time
and that's
coming.
the bottom line. Stay prayed up.
You got to stay prayed up, though.
The short as we live, we must die. When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, China, let them know how you rejoice on this verse.
They say rejoice when they die and cry when they boarding through the rain and the storms. You gotta keep pressing on, cause you never know when your season gon' change. But you better know that your season gon' change and your time gon' come. And life will be a beer, and every single day that beat get realer. Yo, but life is for the living, yeah. So live while you living. And what is prayer? You telling God what you feeling, or you sitting quiet meditating so you can hear him? And he'll tell you how to make it and show you how to battle, cause it's a war in the matrix. And you might get some scars off your face, but the race ain't given to the swift, you gotta pace it. Cause life is a journey, and I'ma keep praying till they put me on a gurney.
I know life is heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up.
You gotta stay prayed up.
The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up.
You know I'ma see you on that other
And
side,
I see you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line. Stay prayed up.
Our time coming.
So as we live, we must die.
I want you to know.
When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, D1.
Prayed up.
Give me that real life experience.
D1. It feel like I'm cursed, but I know that I'm blessed. I smile on the ground, but I know that I'm stressed. My partner got murked, we just laid him to rest. Now I'm at the gun store buying bulletproof vests. I just left out of church, paranoid in the service. I'm looking at me mugged up, got me nervous. Saw him stand up, thought that he was finna blast me. Ran, gave his life to the Lord, walked right past me. Hold up, ain't prayed in a while. Hold up, remember back as a child, wanted to be like Mike. My grandma bought me Wheaties. Couldn't add sugar cause she had diabetes. But those was the days when it all felt easy. Now I get depressed when I turn on the TV. I need me a blessing, so pray for me. Trying to get my soul right cause judgment day coming.
I know
For
life
real.
is heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up, yeah. The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up, yeah. And I see you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line. Stay prayed up. So as we live, we must die.
You know I gotta send this dedication out
When
to my
it's my
dog,
time to go,
my brother, Mr.
I want
Magic,
you to
and
know
my
I
sis
ain't
Chastity.
prayed up.
You know I stay prayed up.
Yeah.
And to everybody that's not here no more, one love. Shout out to my dog, here's Willie Key, Mr. Rolling on the guitar.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on Walking This Way Impact Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. I'm the founder, the CEO of Walking This Way Impact Boys Podcast, along with my lovely co-host, Phoenix Sapphire as well. Big shout out to her. Also, man, this coming Wednesday let me put a date up. There's so much stuff going on. But on Wednesday, December the 6th, 2023, myself and Phoenix Sapphire, we will be interviewed with What's Up Dallas Magazine. Big shout out to Rachel. She's the founder of What's Up Dallas Magazine. So me and Phoenix will be interviewed on her platform this coming Wednesday at 12 noon. So big shout out to her for that. I also become on her platform, just talk about a lot of great stuff. We know we're ready to go into year 24. 23 is wrapped up. We're going to go in 24. So like I said, my guest this morning is Miss J, of course. She's an extraordinary young woman doing extraordinary great things with her life. I love it. I respect it to the highest. Also, if you're watching us right now, put hashtag Jada Jay in the comment section. We want I want feedback. I want interaction from those in the comment section because y'all part of this thing too, and I don't want to leave y'all out. So you're watching us right now, put hashtag Jada J in the comment section. Not only that, let us know where you're watching us from. We want to give a big shout out to you on the show. I know last we had people from New York, New Jersey, Houston, of course, Arlington, Texas as well, and all surrounding areas, all different states showing love. So, man, if y'all there, man, put in where you at. I want to give you a shout out here on the show. So, Ms. J, I know in the beginning of your story, you were born in Louisiana. You were raised in Texas. Unmute your mic too. Your mic is muted. There you go. So you were born in Louisiana, raised in Texas. When did that transition aspire from Louisiana to the Lone Star state of Texas?
That happened around, I want to say 7 or 8 years old, a little after I wrote that song, actually.
Okay. So you claim both. You claim Louisiana, you claim Texas. So touchdown in Texas within that time. how has it been? I know you've done a lot of extraordinary things. Did you ever imagine that your life would take this journey that you're on right now? I know you're not done yet, but did you ever imagine your life would be what it is today?
Yes, I did, because I've had everything planned out since I was 7 years old. Like, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew when everybody else was saying they wanted to be an astronaut or a president one day, I said I wanted to be a performer, and here I am. I've had it planned out since day one. Now, could I have predicted the adversity part? No, absolutely not. I just thought, because I'm talented, that is just gonna happen for me, just easy. Life don't work like that. And I did have a lot of opportunities to take the easy way out, but it's not what it seems. Like, I've had people come up to me, big record labels, straight up come up to me and just say, "Ooh, I don't know who watching me right now, but a straight up big record labels come up to me and say, okay, if you want to be big, you're gonna have to push the devil's agenda." And I was like, oh, so we just gonna say DEVIL, like, we just not even gonna hide it. We're not even gonna call it nothing else. We're just gonna say straight up. I was like, no, that's fine. I'll struggle. Like, that's fine. Have people be like, oh, you can do this with me for a role. No, that's fine. There'll be another role. Like, there's so many different shortcuts in this industry that I'm just not with, to be honest.
Hey, I respect that, and especially you being a woman that you are in this industry, that you're in. We know that you have sharks out there, like you mentioned. You have wolves out there, but the main thing is maintaining your integrity. I gotta give a big shout out to a young lady I had on the show. What's it? It was like some months before. Big shout out to her, Kelly Morgan. She's a young girl out of Atlanta. She's a singer, of course, and she does stuff at Showtime at the Apollo. And she said when she got ready to go on stage, they wanted her to wear this certain outfit to really showcase her body. And she wasn't down for that. She wanted the audience to see her gift and not her figure. And I respect that by her, because it's all about your gift and not about your looks or this and that, but maintain that integrity. And I know at the end of the day, you want to be proud of yourself that, hey, I did not take a shortcut to get successful, that I paid my dues, the blood, sweat, and tears. And we know we in a generation now, everybody want instant gratification.
Yep.
Now you got people offer you to get your likes up, get your views up. But me, and I get that all the time too. People want to, hey, I get your views up and this and that, and they pull a feet. But at the end of the day, me personally, I feel like I would never earn it.
Right.
Because I paid to take a shortcut instead of just working the ground up. Because I'm gonna tell you, when you're doing work within the media empire itself, it requires you to put in work. Before people try to get you likes and everything else, you had to pay your dues. And I believe in paying your dues, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be proud of yourself, because why? I put in the work. I sacrificed temporary fun to get where I am today. So I respect you on that and keep up the great work. What advice, Ms. J, will you give to someone who wants to get into the entertainment industry? You're a veteran in this thing. So what do's and don'ts, what advice you give them on what to do and what not to do, and how to be cautious and how to be careful?
Well, first thing I would say is have a relationship with God and ask Him to guide your ways and trust it, because I always pray that the Lord orders my footsteps, and I always pray that He guides me, because we think like the devil. This is the thing, and I actually recently wrote a song about this. The devil packages up everything that you want with the bow. He knows what you're praying for. He can audibly hear you praying. He knows where to hit you. He knows what you want. He knows what to give you, and He will give you that and more packaged up with the bow and be ready to say, here I am for you, to hand it to you. And it may seem like it's a blessing at first up front, because it could seem like, oh, I just prayed for this. This is obviously it. It matches it to a T. But there is such thing as counterfeit blessings. So you have to have God. You have to have discernment. You have to test every spirit, and you have to bring everything to God. Because very recently, I'm not going to say specifically what it was, but I had a job that I had prayed for. and I got it. I got a big name on my resume. I was financially like getting all the consistent paychecks that I wanted. I was a full-time performer, didn't have to do no type of side gigs, no type of side hustles, had everything I could have wanted and more. And that was the time in my life where as soon as I got what I wanted, I threw God to the side. And it was the most miserable time of my life. I was not satisfied. I turned to so many things to try to fulfill myself, seeking validation, all this other stuff from other people. And I wasn't seeking it from the source. I was worshiping the creation instead of the creator. And ultimately, I was left feeling empty and I was not satisfied. And all that time that I spent, I would say I would have wanted to turn back time, but I think it was necessary. That adversity was necessary for growth. And ultimately, I'm so thankful for that experience, because you need to thank God even through the painful moments and everything, because at the end of the day, it all works out for his good, because now I'm closer to him. Now I actually have a real relationship with him, because there's a difference between knowing of God and having a relationship with God. And I didn't understand that difference until after I went through what I went through and was spiritually attacked on a whole nother level, especially in this industry. Oh, you got to be careful. There's people doing witchcraft. There's people actively preying on your downfall. There's people worshiping the devil out here. So you have to be careful with how you move, what opportunities you accept. And there's been so many opportunities that if I didn't have God, I would have taken, and it wouldn't have worked out. I got pinned for this huge movie, like to be the third lead of a big movie with 2 other A-list actors. And I thought it happened a few years ago. I thought that was my big break. You couldn't tell me nothing that wasn't my big break. And then that movie still isn't out to this day. So if I would have did that movie, they literally filmed the whole thing and it still hasn't come out, because, in Hollywood, you can film a whole project and it just will never get picked up or
right.
And I was ready to drop out of college, delay my graduation, delay everything, because I was like, this is going to be my big break. I was ready to move and everything, pick up everything and move. But God said no. And I didn't understand. I was so hurt. I was like, I did everything I was supposed to. Like, what? Like, I don't understand. And I was so upset because, like, I don't know. I was just like, I put my all into at least wanting it the second time. Like, I will say my first audition, I did not give my all, because I had 3 other auditions that day. And that's another thing that I would tell people. Don't do anything. If you're going to do anything, don't do it at all. Always give your all. Because I thought, oh, I'm pinned, I get another audition. No, they just went off that first audition. And it sucked, because I was like, I didn't give my all on that audition, because I was just trying to knock it out. I had a nail appointment that I was trying to get to. So if you're going to do something, give it your all. But I was so upset that I didn't get that opportunity. But I'm so thankful now. It made sense now, because I would have not finished college. And if I wouldn't have finished college, I wouldn't have went on tour with Nickelodeon. I wouldn't have had all this other stuff on my resume, because God was sending up other opportunities at that time. So trust God, trust, the process, and lean on him. Trust God, always give your all, and know that every single opportunity that you have is an audition. Even when you book the role, even when you're on that set, you do not know who is watching you.
That's true. I agree.
You don't know who knows who or who don't know who. So you have to be mindful of, even when you get the role, don't think your crap don't stink, because people want to work with people who are genuine, who aren't snobs, who work hard, who have great time management skills, and who they want to be able to call again and be accessible to work on things again. I can't tell you how many projects that I've gotten where, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, where I didn't even have to audition for a lot of things, simply because of the fact that other casting directors knew me from other projects, or my reputation preceded itself, and they were like, wow, I've seen her in this, and you say she's good, bring her on. Like, I've seen her talent, I've seen her work, I don't even have to audition. So your reputation and how you carry yourself on set matters. A big don't, I would say, is don't try to take shortcuts and don't try to do things that you're uncomfortable with just to try to get something. I recently released a song this year, and when I made that song, I loved it at the time. But God convicted me not to release it. and I wasn't obedient, and I released it regardless. And as soon as I released that, I had over 100,000 streams in less than 3 weeks. That song was blowing up, and I was just so happy that the numbers were doing good, because my other albums I had put out for a whole year, it only got 3,000 streams, and I put this out and it got 100,000 in less than 3 weeks. I was just like, oh, I did it. But I was so proud of myself, but I knew deep inside I was not honoring God with that song. I knew that I shouldn't have put that out there. And I was just like more focused on, that shortcut of, oh, well, if I make music like this, it's going to blow me up quicker. But sometimes taking an easy way out is not the best. Like it's really not. And what God has for me, I took that down. I took all of it down. And I have a new song that I'm about to be releasing. You're the first to know that I'm announcing this song because I haven't told anybody. But this month, a new song is coming out. I have not announced it to anybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's a Christmas song. I've always wanted to do a Christmas song, but it's a Christmas song that is not traditionally slow and all that. It's upbeat, it's popping. It has like a new sound to it. And it also honors God in the process. So, and that song, if people, I'm just going to say, I don't want to give away what it's completely about, but the message in it, you got to really pay attention to the lyrics and dissect the lyrics, because I'm talking about counterfeit blessings, and I'm talking about how the devil can squeeze in. And I use the Christmas presents as an analogy, like in the song, that, like I said, God, like the devil packages everything you want with a bow and says, here I am for you, I'll give you all your desires. So a lot of people who don't dissect lyrics will probably think, oh, this is just a bumping song, but it's way deeper than that if you really dissect the lyrics. So for those of you who really like to get into songs and really try to figure out the message, who are like Jordan Peele fans and need to take a moment to like rewatch it over and over or re-listen to it over and over, you're gonna eat this up. So stay tuned, guys.
Hey, that's what's up right there. So I'm asking you this too, Jay. I know you gotta be healthy, because according to the Bible, it's the will of God that we prosper in our health, will our soul prosper. So how are you in with your nutrition? Do you work out? You gotta be healthy in order to do these great things you're doing. So do you have any nutrition going on, workout regimen to keep you going?
I was working out this year. That was like my New Year's resolution. I was working out consistently almost every single day, or like 3 to 4 times a week. And then I stopped because life started lifing, influencing, started getting, it's a lot going on the influencer side right now. So I'm trying to balance that out. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to lie, I've stopped recently, but even though I stopped, my diet is an organic diet. So I eat like healthy foods. Now I'm not gonna lie, I mix it in. I have like, organic stuff here, and then I'll eat that cupcake that I don't need. But I balance it out, because I'm also not gonna keep myself from what I want, because I'm like, you know what, you done worked hard this week, eat that cupcake. So yeah, I do that. I just make sure that my boyfriend's on to me about eating a lot and drinking water and stuff. Really, my significant other, he's like a workout guru and everything. So, and he's also a chef. So he's like, no, you need to eat, you need to do this. He'll stay on me about it, because I can't lie. I will start working so much, and I'm a little psychotic. Do not do this. This is a don't. I will get so engrossed in work that time will pass by, and I will realize I have not taken care of what I need to have taken care of, because I'm so engrossed in work. Like, I'll forget to take care of myself. And my mom always has to get on me and say, if you don't take care of your body, and you don't rest, and you don't take breaks, your body's going to make you take a break. So I'm in the process right now of prioritizing, stepping back, and being like, thank you for this opportunity. I love this. But I'm learning how to say no, and learning how to say, that'll be there next time, I'm going to sleep. So I'm learning to prioritize sleep, because sleep is so important. People don't realize sleep heals your body. There's so much, like, to be able to function properly, you need sleep. So I've been prioritizing my sleep.
Hey, that's what's up. Like I said, I know you got to stay creative, being in shape mentally, physically, spiritually, of course, to keep the creativity going. Keep the flow going, because when you, like you said, you mentioned earlier, whatever you do, you want to put in 1,000%. Right. And I know being unhealthy, being lazy, being slothful, being complacent would not get you anywhere in life. They go for anything. So the most important thing is staying consistent. No matter how we get it out, no matter the feelings or whatever try to get in the way, it's all about bypassing how we feel and stay consistent, stay disciplined. They go for all of us. If we really want to take it to the next level in our personal life, business life, relationship, whatever, it's all about maintaining that consistency. So we know that we're about to roll out in 2023. How has the year 2023 been for you?
Woo! I could sit on here and lie and just say it's been great, but it has been a year full of lessons and blessings. This has been probably one of the hardest years of my life. I can't even lie. It's been challenging me in many ways, physically, mentally, spiritually. I've been spiritually attacked on a whole nother level. I physically had to go doing tour and doing like 3 shows in a day, and then being in like minimum 2 cities in a week. Like it's a lot on your body. And then also just mentally, certain toxic work environments and a lot of things like that has really kind of taken a toll. But I think that everybody should take therapy, because I'm such a move on to the next thing type of person, that I had to realize that even if you don't feel it, still talk to somebody about it, because the therapist will help you get to the root of something. You may feel like you're completely fine, because I went to therapy thinking I was completely fine, and then I dug deep and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, this does bother me, but I've been working so much that I haven't had time to sit with my thoughts. So I just recommend take care of your mental health. Go to therapy, prioritize your mental health, and prioritize your relationship with God. God is the healer. He's the one who's gonna get you right. And the Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God, and all will be given to you at that point after you do that. So you just got to seek him, lean on him, and trust him, and everything will work out. This year has been so challenging, but it's also been so rewarding spiritually, because I have never been closer to God than I am now. I've never had a hunger and a desire for him, and I've never leaned on him like I have this year. Like, I was spiritually attacked on a whole nother level, to where I was literally fasting when there was somebody who was around me that was practicing witchcraft. And I know this is getting dark, guys. And I was in my bed, and I was fasting, and I asked God to get rid of anything that was around me or could have been trying to attack me. And I literally got held down, like on the bed, could not open my eyes, like freaking out. I was fully awake. The gospel music that I was listening to, my ears started acting crazy, going insane. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I literally and I heard, audibly heard a voice saying, who's going to save you? And I literally said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. And then my mouth shut, and I couldn't say Jesus. And so I was screaming at him in the spirit, like, Jesus. And when I called out to Jesus and cried out to Jesus in the spirit, he helped me. I was able to open my eyes. I was able to speak and do all that. So if you're ever getting spiritually attacked, call out to God. Even if you can't literally call out to God, you can scream it in the spirit. He hears you. He hears you. The Holy Spirit will deliver that message. He hears you. Call out to Jesus. Jesus saves. His name pierces like a sword. So use the sword of the Spirit, quote Bible scriptures, call out to God. He will rescue you. So yeah, I've just seen so much this year spiritually. I've experienced things I've never experienced before, mentally, physically. It has been so challenging, but I'm so thankful that I experienced everything, because it helped me learn. It helped me grow. I'm more spiritually knowledgeable. I take care of my mental health way better. I'm more cognizant of how I take care of my body physically. And I feel like adversity is necessary for growth. You have to experience the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I feel like sometimes you have to go through the bad to appreciate the good, because so many things get taken advantage of, and taken for granted, like turning on a light or going to, not everybody has that. So I had to take that step back and realize, I'm very fortunate. And so I thank God for that every single second of the day. So This year has been super, super hard, but God has been blessing me. I asked to be an influencer. God was like, okay, I'm going to give you a bunch of brand deals. He's been answering so much of my prayers. And also, last thing I want to say, guys, is be careful what you pray for because you just might get it.
Man, that's what's up. And I said, keep up the great work, Miss J, of course. Like I said, I know about the great to get off the air this morning. I know you're a very productive woman, of course. So I'm going to ask you this. What words of advice, what words of wisdom, what final mark would you like to leave here with the listening audience that's watching us right now?
With God, all things are possible. There's nothing impossible for him. You are here for a purpose. If you don't believe that you are here for a reason, if you're like, what am I here for? Ask the source. He will reveal it to you. You are here for a purpose. You are important. You are valuable in the eyes of God. And if nobody sees you, I see you. And I think that you're important. I believe that everybody has a purpose, a calling. You are sent here on assignment by God for a reason. Don't neglect him. When you get everything you pray for, when he blesses you, don't throw him to the side. God is not a faucet. You don't just do what you want to do and just come try to turn on the faucet whenever you need. Thank him for everything. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and you will remain blessed.
And that's what's up.
Personal experience.
And that's what's up. Hey, go ahead and plug in your information, your social media. How can the listeners follow you, get in touch with you? Go ahead.
All right, guys, you can go to www.jadajent.com, okay, and check out my classes, my courses I offer. I offer self-tape services, I offer reader services, consultations, classes. If you want to stream my music, find me at Jada J Music on all platforms. Check out my YouTube channel at Vlogs by Jada J. I'm going to be dropping some really, really good advice. I spent all day editing a video, y'all, yesterday, and it started acting crazy when I was done. And I edited it from 8 to 4, so I'm a little hurt right now that I got to start over from square one. But I have a super, super valuable advice video coming out soon, so please stay tuned in to my Vlogs by Jada J YouTube channel. If you're interested in fashion also, if you're interested in decor, everything, I'm your girl. My room, I just literally redid it. Me and my significant other painted this all up, been decorating it and doing everything. So I literally do it all except for drawing. I can't draw. So if you need anything, I'm your girl. If you need advice, if you need a friend to talk to, I'm always one DM away. Contact me at Jada J Music on all social media, and I'll always be here for you.
Man, that's what's up. See, I heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, so man, y'all plug in, tune in with Miss J. Follow what you got going on. Encourage us in words of prayer, of course, words of wisdom. Just impactful words to encourage, words to inspire, to reach the next level. I gotta give a big shout out to Mr. Justin. He's a teacher when it comes to manhood, and he said that we should always work till your heart stop. He's in his eyes. There's no such thing as retirement. You keep working till your heart stop because God put us here for a reason. God did not leave us here to be complacent. He didn't put us here to be mediocre. He didn't put us here to be lazy. He put us to be extraordinary. And we should be doing extraordinary things. Even Jesus himself said we should do greater works. So, man, y'all find out what your greater works is. Make things happen. Shape some things. Take some risks. Get out your comfort zone. Think about it. We are already in the 12th month of 2023. This is the last month. You gotta ask yourself, is I'm satisfied where I'm at, or do I need to be doing more? And what you need to be doing, you need to start getting pissed off. Get pissed off at yourself. If you letting yourself down, you're procrastinating. You're not taking these steps. You're putting off everything for tomorrow. Think about it. Tomorrow's gonna take care of itself. What are you doing today? Don't say, well, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna wait till next year. I'm telling you, tomorrow's not promised to us. This whole entire day is not promised to us. We're gonna be here for a minute. Next day, we're gone. So we need to make sure we are getting ourselves together, make sure our heart right, our mind right, soul right, our spirit right, whatever you want to say. Are we back here Tuesday night, same prime time, of course, at 7 p.m. Man, remember, love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself. Tell yourself I'm the head and not the tail. Tell yourself I'm great. Tell yourself I'm successful. Tell yourself I'm humble. Tell yourself all these things about yourself. Speak life over yourself. The Bible said death and life is the power of the tongue, to eat the fruit thereof. So speak life over yourself. Stop telling yourself I'm weak. Stop telling yourself I'm stupid. Stop telling yourself I'm not going to achieve. Stop telling yourself these things. Stop judging yourself and tell yourself I am great. To the ladies, tell yourself I am beautiful. To the fellas, tell yourself I am handsome. Tell yourself I am going to achieve my goals. You tell yourself these things and stay focused, ladies and gentlemen. Because think about it, distractions come from the left and to the right. But we got to make sure we focus on our goals, we focus on our mission, and we focus on our assignment. And I'm telling myself that also today. So stay focused, remain focused. Remember the big picture at hand. Remember the vision at hand. The vision in you is always going to excite you. The vision in you is always going to keep you excited, keep you smiling, and all the other great stuff, full of life and full of energy. So, man, we out this thing. Man, y'all take care. Peace, everybody.